Hello everyone, and Dragon with you. So today I, for the first time, managed to get the top 10 ranking on Arena. So now I'm 8th, as you can see. And for that I got nice rewards. Let me show you them real quick. So I got some emeralds for proceeding into this tier rank. So you see that nice amount of emeralds. Also, I got a special reward. That's a special reward when you enter top 10 for the first time. Okay, so let me just show you my experience of how I did it. I started at, I guess, 80th position today in ranking. So I used just my casual tries. So I did not use something special. And that's how it went actually. So the 5 fights. First of all, I had to fight this character. Let me show you the battle info. Obviously, I tried to fight with somebody who is not super strong, but has a decent team. And you see that here we have Hellios. So the problem is that if the opponent plays Hellios plus Merlin, then obviously I can't play Yasmine, right? So I don't want my Yasmine to get burnt in case Hellios has Merlin, and that's why I use Qing plus Isaac plus Celeste as my 3 damage dealers. Yes, you know, actually Celeste is not just a healer, she's a mage, and she deals a lot of damage in her dark form. Let's check the damage taken and the healing rate. So I think that yes, I'm slightly more powerful than the opponent, but still we managed to deal with it. The next fight was with Alex, so you see that I did not do this because I tried, but super strong Kira with Fenris. That's very powerful Kira, and I don't have any pet of that power. You see that my pets are much weaker. Maybe Axel, yes, only Axel can be allied to that great Fenris. My opponent just has better buffs. That's why I lost, and that was still a close fight, so let me try to show you and just what happened. So usually I play Yasmine in offense when she is not banned by the Undead, when she is not banned by healers. So I can play Yasmine as my top damage dealer, single target obviously. And what happened here is actually redirection into Martha. My Martha is not super strong, as you can see from her stats. As a result, she is out of the game. Then we have resurrection of Kira, and then we just trade the hits. So hits trading went at RNG of Yasmine. You see this poison marks above my Yasmine, and as a result, I didn't just do it. I could not finish because because the opponent finished me with Albus. That's how you can finish Yasmine duels sometimes if you're not sure that your Yasmine can win. Okay, so I didn't stop on that. I went on with Tetsuo. So Tetsuo also plays strong Yasmine. Also, you have seen Yasmine plus Kane. That's a very annoying thing when you play a physical team. You see that my physical damage dealers were stuck on that Yasmine. Meanwhile, Celeste managed to deal a nice amount of damage. And I guess that Sebastian helps not just Yasmine, but he removes the buffs, right? And for mages, we also have Mara on Isaac. So I really like this team. I would collect something I like actually. But you see that the amount of power is obviously in my favor here. Still, it was a nice fight. Let me show you just real quick what happened here to understand that actually the choice of Kane or Yasmine was kind of reasonable, but still it's not the OP thing if you have some magic attack. So that's how the fight went. You see that all the characters are kind of dead, and then we need to remove this super Yasmine. So yes, Yasmine is still alive, she tries to do something, but then you see this magic hit from Celeste, and here we go. So instead of using Albus as a finisher, I used Celeste as a finisher. But then we went to our ancient opponent, Claudia. Claudia is probably one of the hardest players at Inner Circle Guild. We fight often with that guild. And I would say that she's an ancient player. So sometime before I could not believe I can beat her. Then I started to believe. And what's the problem with Claudia? So this particular team is dangerous for mine because we have Corvus. Corvus buffed with Albus to deal even more pure damage, and he burns Qing, he burns Yasmine, he burns Celeste. So these three heroes are vulnerable to Corvus, and because they deal periodic damage, so a lot of little hits from Yasmine, that's poison, from Qing, that's her burning ability, from Celeste, that's the dark ground, converting healing into damage. So we have three characters which suffer from Corvus. And also we have Isaac. So Isaac deals a lot of damage to mages and silences them. That's why sometimes we had problems with Isaac when played a magical team. So what did I change? You see that I changed Pet into Biscuit. The idea was to block Corvus's healing. If we manage to remove Corvus, then obviously it will be much easier and nobody can stop me then. Maybe Morgan will get her skeletons, but I'm not sure about that. So you see that damage taken is kind of high. We also have healing from Celeste and Martha. And let me show you how exactly I managed to defeat this undead team. So first of all, usually I got stuck on Corvus. You see that he's got a lot of health here. And also you see this little thing from Qing, so she blocks healing. But that was not the thing I wanted to rely on. So now you cannot just heal Corvus except of self-healing. You see that he dead. Next goes Kira. And when we removed Corvus, no more problems. So actually my three heroes deal a lot of multiple hits, right? So they burn with Totem, but we managed to remove everything. And the last thing was Xenon. So Xenon played a nice team here. You see that also that's a team with Yasmine, Asteros as a tank, Nebula, Sebastian to buff Yasmine if the opponent decides to play mages, for example, Hellios against Yasmine, which is logical. Then we have Isaac to get damage back. So I tested this team. It's kind of nice because you have like armor penetration for your Yasmine from Isaac. Also, he helps against mages because Yasmine doesn't like mages. And Nebula buffs everything, Sebastian removes debuffs. So it's a solid team. Yes, you see that my power is slightly more, but anyway, I think that this team is kind of solid. So let me show you the fight and check what's going on here. So that's another Yasmine versus Yasmine fight. You see that I did not use Isaac because we don't have magic here, so nobody deals magical damage. That's why I don't need Isaac here. Instead, I just use my casual team with Qing, and that kind of works. So obviously Asteros out of the game. How do I counter Yasmine? I try to get her stuck on my Qing. That's the idea. So Qing is not a direct counter to Yasmine's, but she wins a lot of time for my team. Meanwhile, my team destroys the entire opponent. That's the idea. So actually, that's just a story how I went all the way to the top 8 for the first time with a Yasmine, I would say, team. But remember that I changed it, so sometimes I played Isaac instead of Yasmine when I fought mages and healers. Sometimes I changed my pet into Biscuit when I fought against Claudia, because the undead, if they heal Corvus, then I can die from Fist Totem. And sometimes I just went through with my main team. That's my main team actually, and that's how we got this place. So it's not a guide, guys. Please don't consider this as a guide. My defensive team is just a team without Yasmine, because if I place her, then she will get burned by healers, obviously. So that's a generally effective team of 6 characters which can go kind of high. But we have counter teams, we have counter heroes, so I just want to share my experience with you. Okay, so thanks for watching, hope you get some info from my video and see you in the next videos. Good luck to you.